Hi everyone, it's Checkacola or Matt, and today I'm doing another book review, and this is The Road by Cormac McCarthy, a Pulitzer Prize winner. So this book, I picked it up at the library for 50 cents, quite a good deal I would say. I never read this book before. I read No Country for Old Men, which is by Cormac McCarthy. I did pick this book up when I was in maybe high school. I rented it from the library or borrowed it from the library, but I never read it. So I decided to read it now and then do a review of it. So this book, basically in a nutshell, has two main characters, a father and a son, the man and the boy. So they live in a post-apocalyptic world, and they're basically trying to get to the coast and trying to survive this post-apocalyptic world. And so there is not many survivors, and the father and the son, their mom actually dies. That's not a spoiler because on the back cover, so their mom dies. And then, so it's just the dad and the son. And they come across a bunch of characters, a bunch of really, really creepy characters in the story. They, go for survival. They have to find shelter, clothes, food. They have to stay out of the elements. They have to survive winter. They have to survive the heat. They have to survive, the scavengers who try to kill them. So it's written in a very interesting style. That's what I want to talk a bit about. The style of this book, it's not in chapters, and it flips back and forth. So the whole book is basically like one long, you could say one long chapter, but with like little points where there'll be like, it'll skip a day or it'll skip 2 days or it'll go back in time. And it actually does this perfect. It sets up the time before the apocalypse, and it sets up like the time after. So you see like the man and his wife, their memories, and you get pushed back into where he's watching his son, and they're in the cold, like the wet, the rainy season. There are some ups in this book, and there are some downs. This book has some graphic parts to it, which I would say aren't fairly good for little readers. If you're like 13, 14, maybe this is good, like 13, 14 up. But if you're younger than that, I wouldn't recommend giving this to your like elementary school child and reading this, because there are some parts in this book which I think were eliminated from the movie. I haven't seen the movie, but I don't think they're in the movie. I'll have to watch the movie and give a review of the movie. But this book, really well written. I'd say it's not that long a book. You can read it probably in like a week or two. I think it took me like 2 weeks to read it. About 280 pages, but the pages, there's a lot of lines where it's like, you can read like 30, 40 pages an hour. So not that bad. Really interesting. It's actually like a coming of age story. You can see the boy progress, and you can see his father teaching the boy. And their fight for survival and hunger and everything. So The Road by Cormac McCarthy, I'd say if you like coming of age stories, like where a father teaches his son how to live, and like, it's like survival. There's no electronics, there's no like fancy things, it's always just survival, survival, survival. Get to the next house, get the next food. Get to the next town, get to the next, blanket. Build the next fire, always survival, survival, survival. So really a good coming of age book and a really good survival book. And it shows what people will go through in like an apocalyptic world. Like one person, what they will do, will they kill someone? Will they steal from someone? What will they do? And it makes you think, if I was in this situation, what would I do? So for me personally, this book, it was pretty good. There were some parts of the book that I thought were a little graphic or a little out of place, but overall, I definitely recommend this book, and I'd recommend you pick it up if you like, again, coming of age stories about apocalypses and like survival. This is a survival coming of age story. Have you read The Road? If you've read The Road, tell me what you thought of it in a comment down below. I will leave maybe up here a link to my website. I reviewed it writing. You can subscribe here, or you can click to watch more videos. I'll see you guys next time. Checkacola out. Annyeong.